of introducing to you, to some, and representing to others, our Western Regional Representative for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, our dear brother, a hard-working, hard-driving soldier, known in the streets, in the byways, and the highways, doing an absolutely phenomenal job, not only in the city of Los Angeles, but all the surrounding cities and the Western region. So, brothers and sisters, I have that distinct honor and privilege to help serve a man who's doing such a great work, brothers and sisters. But before we get to that introduction, we're just going to share a few words just to make sure that we're ready to receive our brother. Yeah. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So, brothers and sisters, I thank Almighty God, Allah, who came in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, the great Mahdi, and for raising up in our midst a black man, a Georgia-born black man, a man that only had a third-grade education, a man who has the word of God. He walked in with the God, man, and he raised a nation, black man and woman, brown man and woman. So, brothers and sisters, we are honored to have had the opportunity to study the wisdom of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad under the teaching of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Come on.
How will they know unless they have a teacher? Come on. Who are they that need a teacher?
Come on. All about.
The scripture said, my people are lost for lack of knowledge.
Come on.
Knowledge of what?
Wake us up.
Knowledge of who? The
Wake
knowledge
us
of
up.
God, the knowledge of self, man. The knowledge of who the devil is.
Come on.
Man. So how will you know? How will they know unless they have a teacher?
Come on.
Who you think gonna be your teacher, white man?
No,
you think
sir.
that man is gonna be your teacher?
No,
He's
sir.
gonna raise you up.
Yes, sir. Wake us up, black man. Come on.
Because we fall asleep quick.
Right.
See, we fall asleep quick.
More ways than
You
one.
and I gotta have a teacher, dear brothers and sisters.
Real.
And that man would have to be raised up. You and I read the Bible.
Yes, sir.
Have you read the Bible? Sometimes. When you're in trouble.
Right.
You're about to go before the judge.
Come on.
Well, that judge is your mother and father.
Come on.
Or that cat with a black robe on.
Come on.
And you gonna pull out some scripture then,
Right.
But we read about all those nations that have come in the line of divine.
That's right.
Do you see yourself in the line of divine?
Come on. Come on.
Nah, ain't nobody even answering.
Come on.
Hell, I didn't even get a reaction. Ain't nobody even smile.
Come on.
See, you were taught by an enemy.
That's right.
So you don't see yourself in the line of divine.
That's real.
But
That's
when you
real.
read the Bible, you read the Quran, you read about nations that have risen up, but they were a wicked nation.
All facts.
Huh?
All
They were
facts.
off
Come
the
on.
path of God, man. So God would have to God would have to raise up somebody.
Wait like that.
So
Come on.
God raised up a man for those yesterday.
Come on.
When you read about the children of Israel, God raised up a man in Moses for the children of Israel yesterday.
Come on. Come on.
Huh? God has always sent somebody to the slave, the oppressed, man.
Come on.
So what people have been more enslaved and more oppressed than the black man, the brown man, and woman in America? Y'all talk back to me
Come
now.
on.
Don't be so quiet.
That's real.
We just prepared a way for a man to come, man. We ain't talking about no spook. We talking about a man.
Man.
Gee.
All right, come on.
So how will they know
Come on.
unless they got a teacher?
Come on, brother.
And how can they have a teacher unless he's raised, man?
Go ahead.
Who gonna raise him up, huh?
Yeah.
It's God that's gonna raise him up. So how can God raise him up if God didn't come?
Come on.
Huh? So God appeared to us in the person of a man.
Make it plain.
He taught a man face to face just like you and I learned.
Come on.
That's right.
Come on. Come
And that
on.
man raised up another man in the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the baddest man on the planet. When I say bad, I mean he's the best.
Hey.
Huh? He's the best example of the character of a man and how a man is supposed to live his life. Man.
Go ahead.
You ain't supposed to be sitting back, cowardly sitting back, afraid of some enemy.
Go ahead.
Hell, you're not supposed to stand up, but you gotta have a man.
Come on,
stand
black
up
man.
to give you an example
Come on,
of how a
black
man is
man.
supposed to look like.
That's real.
All praise is due to Allah. I'm thankful to be alive in this time, black man and woman, brown man and woman. I'm thankful that hell we're living in the fulfillment of scripture, man. We're living where God is exalting the man in our midst right before our eyes.
Right. Come on.
And we got a black man, a hard driving soldier that's in the western region.
That's real.
See, we can thank Almighty God who came to press the master bar Muhammad. And we should. We gotta be thankful for the honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
We gotta be thankful, man. We gotta be thankful that a man was willing to stand up in the most wicked government in the world. Elijah Muhammad was teaching what black folks were scared to think.
That's
They
real,
thought
bro.
about the white man being the devil.
That's
They
real.
ran and
That's
he.
true.
Come on.
Hell, he was teaching. Huh?
It makes you scared to think. That's right.
So you gotta have an example of what a man is supposed to look like.
real.
Like, man, don't get mad at me.
Come on.
Don't get mad at me because you say, well, I already am a man.
Really?
Huh? But a man is supposed to be a producer. He's supposed to build, man.
Peace.
And I have to have an example of a black man doing that. Muhammad builds a nation, man. And gives you and I, man, and I'm missing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. However, we got a man right here in the western region, though.
Go ahead.
See, this ain't no easy job.
Come on.
When you're trying to be right in the world, it's going crazy. Y'all know it's hard to be right. Raise your hand if you know it's hard to be right. Some of y'all lying, you ain't raise your hand. Or you ain't even trying to be right. Hell, it's hard to try to be right in the world like this. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. I got a reaction out of that. I see some teeth now. You know it's hard trying to be right in this world.
Go ahead.
Hell, just saying something, just telling somebody I don't want to smoke no more and they ask you, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Hell, well, I don't want to hit that blunt no more. I'm trying to be better.
Come on.
Huh?
That's right.
They ask you, what's wrong with you? And you ain't gonna fornicate no more. Hell, what's wrong with you? You gay? No, I'm trying to master myself, man.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to master who I am.
Peace.
I'm trying to be a God, man. I can't have no cigarette have mastery power over me. I can't have Hennessy have a mastery power over me. It's hard. So when you got a man in the world that's trying to be right, the world is gone completely mad.
Come on.
That ain't easy. That's not an easy task.
That's real.
But not only are you trying to be right, you take responsibility. Huh? Responsibility. Many of us run from responsibility.
Come on.
See, responsibility got a lot of work attached to it. Huh? When you out in front,
Come on.
everybody looking at you. When you back at the cut, you know what I mean? Ain't nobody really looking at you.
Right. Come
But
on.
when you right out in front, you teaching a knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that'll raise the people up.
Come on.
Huh? Yes, sir. It's hard. Yes, sir. But here's a man in our midst who God is exalting right before our eyes.
Real.
See, we used to know our brother who's a Western Regional representative as Student Minister Tony Muhammad.
Come on.
I said we used to know him as Student Minister Tony Muhammad.
Come on.
But God is raising him up right before our eyes, man. See,
Come
you
on.
and I gotta know how exaltation begins. How God uses a man and begins to exalt the man.
Exactly.
So you gotta be taught this Bible. We spoke. But God is raising a man right in our midst as an example for you and I. I'm talking about our Western Regional representative for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Y'all didn't hear me.
Go ahead.
I don't know if y'all ready to receive a man
Come on.
who's on a mission.
Come on.
I don't know if you're ready to receive a man that's helping to save lives.
Peace.
I want you to show some love. Put your hands together for our Western Regional
Come on.
representative for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Our Minister Malik.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Man don't need no microphone.
He can turn it up.
Yeah, just take the microphone. That man.
That's right.
But let's give brother another round. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, the one God to whom praise is certainly forever due. We thank Almighty God, Allah, that one who is the creator of all things, and to him who is the revealer of all great and sacred truth. Dear brothers and sisters, on this hot day in Los Angeles, it's an honor to have each and every one of you here today in hopes that you would at least open up your hearts, your minds.
That's right.
Not give it over, just open it. Stay critical. Keep your critical thinking. Stay right where you are. But pray that God gives you the courage to accept truth.
Yes, sir.
That's all we ask. When you hear something that you've never heard before, don't discard it. Go study.
Right.
Come on. Keep trying.
Because in the nation of Islam, we're not looking for no blind followers.
That's right. Come
Yes,
on.
sir.
Come on, say it.
Don't come in here like that. Go to church that way. Don't come here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For we know that those who would not treat you right, not going to turn around and teach you right.
Yes, sir, brother minister.
No, I need you to know this. Maybe I should ask you.
Come on.
As a people, have we been lied to by our oppressors?
Yes, sir.
Good class. Have you been lied by some things and not others, or mostly everything?
Mostly everything.
Come on, brother minister.
Even religion?
Yes, sir.
Y'all got a little soft on that. Who introduced to you their type of Jesus? Do you have the Jesus, or do you have a type of Jesus? Y'all, he's okay. Make room for my brother. Give him a sandwich on the way out. And
That's right.
all praises due to Allah. So we thank Almighty God, that one who has created every creature, every planet, every star. Huh? We're talking about a God that has manifested a universe that's 76 quintillion miles in diameter and everything in between.
Go ahead.
What a God. A God that has created galaxies that you and I have not even discovered, but they are out there.
Come on, come on.
And they were not put out there by some spook or some energy pulsating in a corner. I'm talking about what a man has done.
Come on with it.
So I thank God for Abraham.
Come on.
I thank him for Moses.
Yes.
I thank him for Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Boy, we need him today.
Come on.
The real one. The real one.
Yes, sir.
Not the one the white man has represented to us. I'm sorry. He didn't give you the real one.
Ah.
He gave you the manifestation of an image that he put in his cover with the hopes that you would worship him as a God besides God. And if you look at us, you can sit here and think consciously you don't.
Come on.
Come on.
There it is.
Deep down in our subconscious, we still suffer from the white God syndrome.
That's real. That's
We're
real.
waiting on some benevolent white man
Come on.
to come get us up out of here.
Come on.
We don't gang bang on them. They can walk through the hood while we shooting. We'll
Come
stop.
on.
Make sure they get by. Hold on, Charles. Hold on, blood. Let this talk about it.
Hey, man. Go ahead.
I thank Almighty God for Jesus, and I thank him for Muhammad. I'm a happy black man today because I'm thanking him for coming after us.
Come on. That's real.
Can I give you some good news?
Yes, sir.
All the time.
Whether you accept what I'm about to say or not, I just want you to go study it. Then, if I'm wrong, I want you to come back in a good spirit
Come on.
and prove that I'm wrong.
Right.
Right.
But don't come at me with your feelings.
Okay.
Come on with it.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Don't come at me with what you feel.
That's it.
Come at me with what you know.
Right. Right. Come on.
Say that.
Because your feelings have gotten you in trouble all your
Come
life.
on.
Huh? This is a people and a generation, because of our enemy, all of us is caught up in our feelings.
That's right.
Huh? And we're thin-skinned. We can't take much.
Come on.
So I thank God for coming in the person of Master Father Muhammad. He's a man who came from the East, made himself known in America. July the 4th,
Come on.
1930. He came as a thief in the night, meaning that he was among us, but we could not recognize him. Huh? He came seeking to save a people lost. He had traveled the entire earth.
Come on.
And he found no other people more befitting of a lost people than the black man and woman in America. When he saw our condition, he cheered and said, "Here's my father's people." Lost in the culture of white people. I couldn't identify them because they're not wearing their African names anymore. They're named after the people who have oppressed them. Huh? I could not hear them pray because they don't speak their African dialect. They are the only ethnic people in America that only speaks the king's language and not their own. Huh?
That's right.
You should be happy that someone came for you and I. It is written that we would go into bondage. Thank you, Master Father Muhammad, for when he came, he raised for us a Georgia-born black man that the Caucasian scholars, this is why they can't take the Nation of Islam. You don't never see them challenging us.
Come on.
No.
Go ahead.
They don't want to debate us. You should go make your preacher, go make your leaders come and debate us, and we will prove to you that what we teach they can't touch. That's all you want to know. And we are not your enemy.
That's real.
The black and the brown community should never not like the Nation of Islam. You should salute us when you see us, because you know we pro-black.
That's real. Come on.
You may say, well, I don't agree with everything they say. They just mad at white people. I'm cool with that.
Right.
And guess what? We ain't even mad at them.
Come on. Wake us up.
I'm not mad at a man when I know his nature. He can't be a devil if I'm being a God. God trumps that. Thank you, Elijah Muhammad. Man that we know is still alive.
Come on. Understand. Deal with it.
Teach that on another day.
That's right.
That man, Elijah Muhammad, who is the exalted Christ. And on his departure, he set a man in his seat.
Right.
And that man was to be the father of the house while the father is gone. Well, he can't sit in the seat without the power that seat carries. Huh? This man, Farrakhan, I mean, brother, you ain't got a better fighter.
Come on.
If you like MMA fighting, if you like boxing, you should look at Farrakhan.
Good.
Because when his name is mentioned, the scholars run. When his name is mentioned, the powerful Jews start trembling.
You. Think
They
about
won't even face him. They'll talk about him behind his back.
it. Yeah. Think about it.
They'll tell you, don't follow that man, you crazy. Because he wants you to believe you don't need a leader.
Come on.
Come on. Yes, sir.
If you don't need a leader, then you should be headless.
Mm.
Can you imagine you walking around with no head?
Think about
Oh, I got it. You so sick of leaders, you become your own leader.
it. Understand. Come
Let me
on.
ask you a question. What have you produced with your leadership?
Come on.
You your own leader, and where's your own world?
There we go.
I don't follow that. Yes, you do. You just don't want to admit it.
Right.
You don't follow nothing, then whose clothes you got on? You following somebody. You saw somebody with it on and you said, let me get me one.
Come on. Come on. Yes, sir.
Got that right.
You own it. You own
You
it.
ever seen a sister in a dress but she's slim, but the big sister thinks she can look the same way?
See. Understood.
Everybody don't look good in spandex.
Come on.
It's like, nah, sister, you shouldn't have got that.
Teach you good.
Real talk, huh?
Real talk.
Fat brother think he can wear a white beater.
Go ahead.
No, brother, you need a bra.
Right.
You can't wear what the fit brothers wear. Let me behave. We have received the 3 greatest men ever born in the annals of history. Again, you don't believe that yet, just study. I am thankful to be in the classroom in a manufacturing plant
Come on.
that manufactures men and women.
Come on. Come on. It's real.
There it is.
I tried the church.
Come on.
Church, for some reason for me, couldn't make me the kind of man I wanted to be.
Come on.
Hmm? That preacher wasn't strong enough. Just didn't do it. I wanted a religion that fitted my manhood.
Come on.
Because I wasn't a punk in the street and I didn't want a punk religion.
Go ahead.
Are you saying Christianity is a punk religion? No, but
Come on. Something like it.
I couldn't go with that turn the other cheek.
Come on.
I couldn't fit that slavery scripture where it says, when a man hits you, let him hit you. What? Do what?
Come on.
Do you know that's against nature?
Real talk.
And the white Christian don't believe.
No, they don't.
For if the white Christian did believe that,
Come
when
on.
the towers in New York was bombed, they should have turned another towers to be bombed.
Come on.
What did them crackers do? They jumped in some planes, went to Iraq, and
Hey.
blew it up. But they'll tell you when it comes to them, you don't need brother. Turn the other cheek.
Teach.
So when you see a white police officer beating a woman and we sit back and then be telling her, don't fight back.
Come on.
Brother, hey, I'm sorry.
Bring it out.
Come on.
I'm like some of them slaves that was on the slave ship. Huh?
Go
That
ahead.
would rather jump over in the ocean before y'all allow you to make me a damn slave. Sometimes death is sweeter than life. Now, I'm not going to sit here, being honest, and say if somebody attacked me, I'm praying to Allah that if the police come at me wrong,
Go ahead.
Come on.
or if I see him beating a black woman,
Come on.
I pray that God give me the strength to attack that police.
Hey!
And damn near I'll kill him for what he doing. I'm sorry, I'm not in that kumbaya spirit today.
That's right.
It's hot.
Not today.
It's gonna get hot. I thank God that in my life I grew up, that God put circumstances in my family where God removed a man from my house so that I would yearn for a father and God would give me a real one.
Come on.
I could wallow in self-pity and start coming up and justifying why I became a dope dealer, why I became a womanizer. I didn't have a father. I yearned for one, but God didn't even want a punk daddy to raise me.
Teach. Go ahead.
So that yearning for a father, yearning for a man, then God removed the blur from my eye and I became focused. And who did I see? Farrakhan. A man with a word from his mouth that as he taught, I gave up though.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
As he taught me, I stopped womanizing.
Come on.
Huh?
Just the word.
He didn't shake me and tell me what I better do. He taught wisdom and knowledge to such a degree that he touched the core of my spirit and my spiritual alarm clock went off.
Go ahead. Real. Go ahead.
I thank God for the circumstances in my life that pulled me into a real brotherhood. I don't care what you say.
That's right.
I don't care what some of you who are in the nation say about the nation of Hamas. This is the best thing I ever.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why would you say that? Because you need to stop looking at the people in the mosque.
Come on. Say that.
This is a hospital.
Come on. Right like that.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan checked me into a spiritual and mental hospital.
Come on.
And put on one of them hospital
Come
gowns
on.
with your backside hanging out.
Think about it. Come on.
So as I'm walking down the hallway,
Come on.
pushing with my IV of the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad going into my veins.
He's on that trip. Come on.
Don't expect me to heal the first year.
Go ahead.
Don't even expect me to heal the first 10 years. No, every now and then I'll have a tendency to be a nigga again. The mosque has not evolved with what it should be, but the teachings are perfect. So don't look at people, look at the books, look at the teachings. Perfect. Then when you come in the nation and you look at the teachings, don't look for the people to be perfect. You just apply what you're learning to you and you become perfect.
Go ahead, man.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. That's
So
real.
stop looking for perfect, imperfect.
Come on.
Teaching good.
So we have a structure that handles our imperfection.
That's right. Come on.
It's called restrictive law.
Come on.
So I thank Allah for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan in this beautiful nation of Islam that's evolving.
Come on. It is.
And something is about to happen that's going to prove to black people that God is with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and God is with the nation of Islam. So I want to greet all of you today in our language. We have many dialects.
Yes, sir.
But it all started where civilization was first found. The holy city Mecca.
Come on. Come on.
That holy city, the original people was blue-black.
That's real. That's real. Real. Come on.
That whole Arabian Peninsula were black people.
Right. Come on.
But after the making of Caucasian people on the island of Patmos,
Yes, sir.
and when we allowed them back into Arabia, they started mingling with our people, and we started getting lighter and lighter.
Come on.
So we're going to have a conversation with our white Arab brothers.
Go ahead. Come on. Come on.
All of that gold and oil, that's out. All that's out. All that's
We need that back. Come on.
The father who was taken into captivity and to slavery, we're waking up now.
Go ahead.
This is why that man who taught Elijah Muhammad, he came and gave us a book called Supreme Wisdom.
Come on.
You can Google it. White folks took it from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And when they took that book and they saw the measurements that they did not have in their encyclopedias, then they put it in their encyclopedias.
Come on. Wake us up. Wake us up.
Because we were given the property deed. Brother, if you a Hoover or if you a Piru,
Come on. Come on.
brother, stop relegating yourself to a damn street.
Come on.
You don't own a street. You ain't no Seven Deuce.
Come on. Teach.
You ain't no Inglewood family.
Come on.
The whole planet belongs to
Go
us.
ahead. Go ahead.
The planet is the black man's hood.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
All 196,940,000 square miles. You know how big your swimming pool is?
Come on.
The Pacific Ocean is your pool.
on,
The
yeah.
Atlantic Ocean is your pool. The Indian Ocean is your
Come
pool.
on.
The lakes and rivers, all that belong to you. Huh? Oh, but they colonized. The whole planet is Wakanda.
Go ahead.
That's right.
That's real.
And they see and they know that it's time for us to wake up. And because they know that, they keep pumping dope into you. They done legalized what they used to arrest you for.
Go ahead.
You know why they legalized marijuana? Because they done weaponized.
Wake us up. Wake us up. That's real.
You keep smoking it if you want to. They put some in it.
Go ahead.
You can take that
Good, Muhammad.
or leave it alone.
That's real.
God is angry because of the condition of black, brown, and indigenous people all over the planet because of Europeans.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
I was talking to a couple of my European friends.
Come on.
You got some European friends? At least I think I do. No, but I got some good white folks. I think. No, but they ask questions.
Right.
And I like that.
Wake us up. Right. That's right. Wake us up.
They listen every Sunday to me speak, and they'll come and ask questions.
Tell us. Come on.
Yes, sir.
And do you know they don't find nothing wrong with what I say.
That's right.
They just say sometimes you say it in such a way like are you pissed off? See, brother, look, when you got the teachers of the honorable Elijah Muhammad, you don't have to back down. I don't mistreat nobody, not even white people.
Come on.
I'm for real. But see, when I'm teaching you, I have to come strong.
Yes, sir. Come on.
Why? Because you're in apathy.
That's right.
Come on. Teach on
That's
that.
right. Come on, minister.
Go look up the word.
Yes, sir.
Apathy means, man, you're almost dead.
That's right.
And you don't want to be disturbed.
That's
That
right.
part. Come on.
Being in apathy means you won't do nothing. You won't even reach to do nothing for yourself.
Come on. Shake us up. Shake us up.
Everything you need to exist as a people, someone else supply it to you.
Come on, brother.
That's apathy. So when a person is in apathy, you can't come talking sweet.
That's right. Ain't gonna wake us up.
So if you're in apathy, I have to come strong. And if I get you angry, that means you are being resurrected.
Come on. Yeah.
Because anger is a better position than apathy.
Come on. Come on.
And as I keep teaching, and you get antagonistic, and you want to go do something to somebody, say, okay, I got it working. I got to keep bringing you up.
Go ahead.
Then I keep dropping truth, man. You come from antagonism to boredom. You get a little bored.
Come on.
I just keep raising you by the laws of
Go ahead.
See, when you join the nation, you gotta get angry. Oh, when I joined the nation, man, ooh, boy, I would just walk downtown just to bump up the crowd. No, downtown be crowded, I just walk hard, just boom. You can't say excuse me? I said, you just said it.
Go ahead.
You was in my way. Oh, I was Minister said, brother, you hurry up and mature.
That part.
No, when you get a teaching you never had, man, you're angry, and I wanted to show out a bit.
Go ahead. Teach it on.
I was angry, I'm waking up.
Teach it on.
Because I didn't get this in church. They didn't teach scripture right. They gave me the 6 scriptures that made slaves.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I will.
Come on.
That's the baby. Baby said, keep on teaching. Won't baby be right? Man, you need to come up here and teach. I'm tired. I'm looking for my replacement. I got my own. How old are you, son? 8?
You ready?
That's about right. These babies ain't no joke.
No joke.
Boy, I said teach. All right. Students, y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Brothers and sisters, I want to thank all of the student ministers who
That's right.
helped me, those who spoke before me. Thank you for the appetizers. Thank you very, very much to Brother Merlin, student minister, Sister Anissa,
Come on.
Brother student minister Jason. Give them all a round of applause. My subject today comes from the spirit of the lecture that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan did last week.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
If you missed the lecture from Minister Farrakhan, please go to NOI.org.
ASAP. Come on.
Go to the webcast where it says archives and pull up the lecture he did July the 21st.
Come on. Come on.
He laid something out there that Trump and wickedly wise devils are gonna The Nation of Islam will not back down.
No, sir.
I'm sorry. We are not going to take it easy on the oppressor at all. We're going to press his behind.
Come on.
Go ahead, Muhammad.
You don't need no kumbaya leader going into some private meetings with taking a biscuit and some chicken.
Great.
And they come out and tell us these crackers are right.
Shake us up. Shake us up.
No, you know what you used to say, nigga, play the tape. I want to hear what you said.
Come on.
NAACP meeting with all the presidential candidates. What the hell are they saying?
That's real. Good question.
I see them lining up with our enemy.
Come on. That's real. Same old thing. Real.
Play the tape. That's right.
Anybody that go bow down to Israel
Come on.
is the enemy
Come on.
to black struggle. I'm sorry.
Straight like that.
Leave it alone. Now, mind if you go to Israel, but don't bow down.
Different.
The Jewish cat asked me if I wanted to go to Israel. I said, yeah, if I can go to Palestine first.
Woo! Think about it.
And then have the Palestinians to come with me to talk to you.
Right. What you say? What you say? Like that.
You're not going to charm a real Muslim with your wealth.
Go ahead. Real.
And look, I thank Allah that I have evolved beyond wanting a lot of money.
Come on. Come on.
I didn't say I didn't want a lot. But that's not my main drive.
Right. Say that. Say that. Jeez.
Because having that as a desire can also be a trap.
Yeah. Teach you good. Love.
See, why should I desire what God has already promised? I just need to wait on the promise.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But God is going to try you to see if you can wait on my promise and keep working.
Yes, sir.
Because God will frustrate you in the first desire. He's going to frustrate you for your reasons for even joining the nation.
Come on. Come on. Yes, sir.
Ooh, I joined the nation. I'm going to get me one of them menses. Oh, yeah? That's why you joined.
Come on.
Come on.
You're going to get one. Somebody answered that question. The wrong one. I'm just being, everybody that say Assalamu alaikum ain't healed.
That's real. That's real. Come on.
Brother, would y'all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Some of y'all agree. Some of y'all see these new brothers and sisters joining, they're cute. Ooh, I'm gonna give him a her. Oh, really? Go ahead.
Wake us up. Wake us up. Teaching good.
Oh, cute got you, huh? But think about all the other ones that didn't work. Wasn't they cute too?
Come on. Add it up.
Ooh, it got quiet. Am I on to something?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, look at him. Look at his arms. He got muscle. Yeah? But would your head be caught up in it? You should make sure that a person is what he's practicing or what she's practicing.
That's real.
Leave the new converts alone.
Yes, sir. Come on. Yes, sir.
They're not rooted yet.
No, sir.
Come on. Wake us up.
And you running at them with your biology.
Wake us up.
Because if you was running at them for their spirituality, you would wait.
That's right.
Come on. Good point, brother.
Because you would know they're not rooted.
That's right.
Good point.
Come on.
And guess what? If you're running at them, guess what that says to you? You ain't rooted either. Okay, I'm gonna get off that subject and say that for Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
But I want to say this, a couple of things. Some stuff happened over the last few days that has totally inspired me.
Come on. Teach.
And has have really opened up my mind to what I need to be doing in this hour. I'm talking about me personally.
That's right.
Because I know that I have certain talents that I have not yet pushed out there because it wasn't time. But I saw something that made me to know it's time.
Come on.
Yes, sir. I saw a graduation
Yes.
Yes, sir.
put on by Muhammad University of Islam,
Yes.
Los Angeles. I saw some in the children,
Sir.
not the adults,
Come on.
being honest.
It's real. That's it. Yes, sir.
But I saw some in the babies that we are now dealing with the third generation children from the time that Minister Farrakhan has been in the seat.
Come on. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look out.
They are more pure
Come on.
than my children.
Come on. Come on. Subhanallah.
They are the babies of the children that I ran into when I came to Los Angeles, and their children are better than their parents.
Come on. Come on. I need. Come on. That's real.
But they can be contaminated
That's real.
by the parents.
Come on. Yeah. Please.
Boy, get quiet.
Come on.
But guess who the parents of the children of the MUI, guess who their parents are? Every grown Muslim in the nation.
Yes. All right. Come on. These strong people. Come on.
I am proud of the director and the teacher
Yes, sir. Yes,
of
sir.
Muhammad University of Islam, Los Angeles. I don't know about no other city.
Go. Go ahead.
I'm proud of Brother Salih
Yes,
and
sir.
his staff.
Yes, sir.
They are producing some giants.
Come on.
Giants. So, my only warning, don't be a hypocrite to what you're teaching.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
They watch.
Better believe. Better lows. Come on.
Can you fool a Muslim?
Yes, sir.
That man up his feet right here. Yeah, he bearing witness, man, a baby. I never experienced that.
Come on. Ready? They ready?
That's why we gotta stop taking our babies out to play. Let them hear the teacher.
Come on.
And you stop imposing that they're gonna be bored.
That's all right.
See, you superimposing your own aberration on your
Come
children.
on.
Teaching good.
Good.
Wake us up.
At Muhammad University of Islam, we're teaching your children who is God.
Yes, sir.
Why are you teaching them who is God? So that we can wake up the God in them.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
We're teaching them supreme mathematics.
That's real.
Why are you teaching them supreme mathematics? Because everything we do is on rhythm.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Right, exactly.
We're teaching them how to eat to live. Why are you teaching them how to eat to live? So they can outlive your family.
Come on now. Wake us up.
Teaching good.
Wake us up.
We're teaching them the love of Nation of Islam.
Come on.
Nobody ever hear you say anything good about the nation.
Think about it. Think about it.
We teaching them to love, honor, and respect the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and what he teach.
Yes, sir.
And to support that which he tell you to support.
Good.
And why don't they never see you come to the mosque?
Come on. Yes, sir.
Parents,
Yes, sir.
believers.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't truth trumps everything?
Yes, sir. All of it.
What we taught in the Nation of Islam, love the truth even if it condemns you.
Yes, sir. That's right.
So when somebody point out something truthful about you, don't be going into the recessitudes of your mind looking for a reason.
Go ahead.
Just bow down.
I need.
When your child show up, pull that Snickers bar out of your drawer. Mommy, what you did? Ain't you? Don't you practice how to eat the? Oh, you don't.
Come on.
Teaching good.
Well, your children come home. I can't stand such and such a namaz. That heifer.
Come on.
And your children say, hold on, mama. That's called slack talk.
Come on. Come on.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Listen. Come on.
Can't be that to this group of students that I saw.
That's right.
I need.
Ready.
I'm a minister in the nation. When I came here, I had weaknesses.
Come on. Come on.
What you didn't see, my children did see.
Yes, sir.
It's their trial. Don't take my weaknesses and use it as an excuse to run to the world, but they did.
Now.
And that's the way some of yours are going to do.
That's right. Come on. Yes, sir.
Because if we're teaching them at MUI and that's not being practiced at home or in the mosque, we lose this generation.
Hey, come on.
So the teachers should be seen at the mosque.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Or the teaching that you're teaching at the school is condemning your teaching.
That's right.
That's real, brother.
What did I see? But I'm telling you, but this group of teachers is the best I've seen.
Yes,
Hey.
sir.
And they're going to get better because we're going to support them.
That's right. Go ahead.
That's why I just thank God for Brother Salih and his family, his wife.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Brother Salih.
Yes, sir.
Y'all wrong.
They won. That's right.
No, man, don't get that up. That's vital to growing a nation. So when I saw them, I said, okay, it's time for me to focus on building an area in LA that's going to be called Nation Town.
Come on. Come on.
But I need some go-getters.
Come on. Come on.
Because it ain't about us anymore. It's about legacy.
Come on. Yes, sir.
So I'm looking for some purified believers who will practice the restrictive laws.
Come on.
Not looking for some believers who are greedy. All you want is what's in it for you. You go to hell.
Hey.
That's right.
Stay away from me because I'm going to spot it real quick. Or I'm going to run some tests on you.
Yes, sir.
Or I'm going to be laughing and joking. You think I'm joking, but I'm getting you to open up.
Go ahead. Yeah. Good teaching.
Some of y'all got quiet.
Thank you.
Can you imagine? Can you see it in your mind's eye? An area, if China got a town, and Korea got a town,
Yeah.
huh?
up there. It's coming.
Come on.
Big old sign.
Yeah.
Just entered the kingdom
Come on.
of the Nation of Islam.
That's right.
Yeah.
All are welcome except devils.
That's right.
All of them.
All are welcome except who?
Yeah.
Black ones,
Come on.
white
Yeah.
ones,
Come on.
brown ones. You can't come up in here.
What you say?
Okay.
That's real.
What he said.
Boy, got quiet. There's some devils up in here. Brothers and sisters, but if you can't imagine, see, that tells me you dead.
Go ahead.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has taught me from the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, a man or woman who don't spend most of their time thinking about the future is not alive.
Come on. That's real.
Every time I get around you, you want to talk to me about yesterday. I don't want to hear that. There's no life in yesterday because all that's been done and it can't be redone over. It's like looking at a corpse
Go ahead.
and saying, man, that nigga used to live.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Come on.
Come on.
How many of us hang out with corpse?
Come on.
Come on.
Damn, you do. Good talk after the mom. I gotta help you. He was telling me, you all right? No. We are like a corpse, but we're not actually. I'm just saying, you ain't nowhere in the Inglewood Cemetery.
Come on. Come on.
All day, every day.
Come on.
So when I saw the children, it just sparked something in me.
Praise be to
Yes,
God.
sir.
And there's things I've been working on that I'm not going to say to none of you.
That's right.
Come on.
Keep it in the hole.
That's what I said, not now. None of y'all. I can't trust you. I don't know who you are.
Right. That's real.
I understand.
That's
When you
real.
turn around, you're just going to see things by Allah's grace happening.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
We're going to have a campus.
That's right. Come on, brother.
A military academy with a campus.
Go ahead.
Will be an academy where your children will be in the MUI 24/7.
Come on.
We're going to take them out of your house
Uh-oh.
because we can't trust that you practicing Islam.
That's real. Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
What?
Yes.
That's real.
Oh, I heard one of y'all, you ain't taking my damn See, that's why I respect white people. They'll take their little 6-year-old,
Boarding
give them to a
school.
military boarding
Yes, they
school.
do.
Come on. That's real. That's real.
That little white child come back home a grown man.
That's real.
Ain't got time to be playing on no video games. By the time our boys and girls are 12 years old, they should have enough money to start a business.
Come on. Come on.
Come out of campus, when you drive in the Nation of Islam's territory, you gotta come through security.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
That's right.
Understand.
Come on, clean. Come on.
I'm talking about buying up this area, all the houses behind here, buy them,
Yes, yes.
tear them down.
Damn.
Go ahead.
In the Nation of Islam Construction Company, we will build many mansions for each believer and not charge you no extraordinary price.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, the average mansion only costs about $150,000 in material.
Go ahead. That's real. That's real. Come on.
Why we gonna charge you $1 million?
Come on.
Come on now.
Wake us up.
That's real.
Why not charge you $300,000?
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Because it's Muslim brothers building it.
That's
Right.
right.
That's right, Bill.
I won't mind building a little different
Right.
from everybody else. I think I deserve to have a pretty nice house.
That's real. Come on.
Now, I want a house so big, man, you're gonna have to have Metro up in there.
That's right. Come on, brother.
But the children did that. I said, oh my God, I gotta spend less time on the rostrum.
Yes, sir.
And more time out there now with what Allah has blessed us to do. I'm just being honest. When I first came here, the minister said, win the streets, brother. And the city and the government and Hollywood will all come to you.
Understand.
They can't.
Yeah.
Teach.
Go ahead.
They are coming.
Go ahead.
I'm not interested in no Negroes in Hollywood. I'm really not.
Understand. Listen.
But I'm interested in what they can do to help us build an area called Nation Time.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Understand.
Brothers and sisters, what's wrong with us having condos all up and down Vermont?
Go ahead.
What's wrong with us having mixed use where the believers are staying in apartments and the businesses on the bottom and the streets, the sidewalks is in marble?
Go ahead.
What's wrong with that?
No.
What's wrong with us having palm trees up and down Vermont with the lights trimmed in real gold? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with every believer having a Mercedes and a Porsche and a Bentley?
Go ahead.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
See, some of you can't even see yourself in a Bentley. You've been on the damn bus so long, all you want is a 6-month pass. You got that 6-month bus pass. So we'll graduate you. We'll take you into the front bus pass to a Volkswagen.
Come on. Come on. 80s and degrees. Come on.
We got to think like that now.
Go ahead.
So as our children are in the MUI learning the science of everything, when they come out, they'll see us building a nation for them.
That's
Go
right.
ahead. That's real.
Yes, sir.
And where's our supermarket?
Come on.
Wake us up. Wake us up.
Everything a nation needs, we should have.
Go ahead.
So I was inspired, man. But I was also leery that our children will leave us because the adults are not practicing Islam.
That's real. That's real. That's real.
We got to do everything we can to not pass on our mental poison.
Man.
Right. Come on. That's right.
My God.
That's right.
I watch people walk by people, didn't even give them the greeting.
Understand. Understand.
That's interesting.
Wake us up.
Our babies, man. And I'm telling you, them babies couldn't have been like that if it wasn't for the great set of teachers. Thank you. And I saw 2 presentations that the children did. I saw some ministers,
That's right. That's right.
male and female, that they all want to be up on this roster.
Go ahead.
Wait till you hear them teach. Brother teaching on the history and the Olmec heads. I'm like, okay, that's a lecture. Doing a PowerPoint presentation, I'm like, good.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I done ran out of stuff to teach.
Come on.
And lastly, I want to thank Allah that we have 2 brothers.
Come on. Come on.
I don't know if they brought them in, but you know, I saw our children, I saw the martial arts side.
Yes, sir.
Our children can fight.
Yes,
Sir. Yes, sir.
I saw some little sisters that I want on my security team.
Yes.
You can't have a nation if you ain't got warriors to protect it.
Come on.
Teach.
That's real. That's real.
So in the martial arts, I'm like, look, everything we need is in these babies.
That's right.
I'm sitting there sensing that there's a cure for cancer in one of those children.
Yes, sir.
Architects, engineers, in them babies. I'm watching them walk around, teach on Martha's garden. I'm like, look at this.
Teach.
This ain't the nation.
No, sir.
The nation haven't been produced yet.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
That's right.
Wake us up.
Come on.
Wake us up.
This is the moms that heals you spiritually and mentally so you can wake up out of your stupor and build a nation. And it's not the job of a minister, a captain, a secretary,
Come
or
on.
lieutenants to build a nation. The believers are supposed to.
Come on.
You're supposed to hear something, get up off your behind, and go and try your power with government.
Go ahead.
You're supposed to develop a company that can bid for billion-dollar contracts.
Come on. Come on.
And then my job is just to be a bully pulpit and call the mayor and say, some of my members are coming up there and I need you to listen to what they got to say.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And then when you get there and meet with them, you're supposed to say whose name you came in.
Go ahead.
Now I need to know if it's going to be because Brother Abdul Malik like to get bad news quick.
Yes, sir.
See.
And if the mayor don't give you that contract, we'll put a bean pie in his bed. You wake up, it's a bean pie in the bed.
Come on. She's on
And
that
now I'm
good.
going to be one of them spoiled beans. I'm just excited about my future. So, I also recognize, because when I saw that fight, there's some stuff that the devil, the enemy, ain't gonna tell you.
That's
Come
right.
on. Come on.
Y'all remember the Kung Fu era in America?
Yes, sir.
They talking about Bruce Lee and
Come on.
Chuck, whatever his name is.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on. Jump.
them wasn't no fighters.
That's right. Come on. Actors. Come on.
While they were fronting, there was a group
Yes, sir.
called BKL.
That's
Come
right.
on.
Say that.
That's right.
Say that.
Yes, sir.
Real killers.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Martial artists who don't fight for points.
Come on.
They used to go to tournaments and get kicked out for breaking white boys' legs.
Go ahead.
You're supposed to just fake it. Fake it. How the hell I want to fight? I got to fake. I can hit you in the face. Very historical. You would see Brother Steve in many of the videos.
Yes, sir.
And Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee, they would bow to Brother Steve, a Muslim in the nation. who started BKL. Do you have those?
Yes, sir.
Bring them. I'm going to get to my subject. That's my subject. Watch the weather.
Teaching good. Teaching good.
We have two brothers. Brother Steve have students all over
You better
Yes,
believe
sir.
it.
the earth.
You better believe it.
But BKF, they have a Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
You know, when our people meet the nation, sometimes you brothers see us in suits. Don't let that fool you.
That's right.
Come on.
We ain't gonna. We'll let you abuse us with your mouth. We will. You can call us out our names, but I just tell you, you are not gonna touch us.
That's
Go ahead.
right.
Go ahead.
Not.
Now, you can, but it's gonna be some repercussions.
Go ahead.
I love our people. I love them hard homes with their weapons, man. Nigga, get that nation out of here. I hear you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
You ain't running no white folks out here, so you ain't running me nowhere.
Go ahead.
So this past weekend, we had two brothers, let me have those, inducted into the Black Karate Federation Hall of Fame.
Right. Right.
I'm talking about the Black Karate Federation Hall of Fame produced scientific fighters
There you go.
that are spiritual.
Come on.
Yes,
So they don't fight with their feet and their hands. They fight with the energy of God.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of fight. And I am honored that they're on my security team.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
These 2 black belts, they might be like 19-degree black belts or something like that. However many degrees it is, they got them all.
Yes, sir.
Woo. But I can whoop both of them. In speaking. I wanted to recognize them and I wanted us
Yes, sir.
Come on.
to honor them, because when white folks have stuff, we think that we ain't made it until they recognize it.
Right.
We gotta change that.
Say that.
You gotta stop making the Grammy Award think that they can award me, a black man, for the top hip-hop artist. Who the hell are you, cracker, to tell me I'm the best hip-hop artist? And now you giving that to white folks.
Hey, come on now.
I don't need your Grammy. Your Grammy need me.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
So these 2 brothers was recognized in the Black Karate Federation Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Meaning
Wake us up.
that now they have been immortalized.
Wow.
Go ahead.
That their names is in a museum.
Come on.
Their pictures, their fighting ability is in a museum. That 500 years from now, you are going to read the name Marcus Muhammad.
Go ahead.
This brother right here.
Go ahead. Yes, sir. Come on.
Yeah, let me tell you what I know. Have a seat. They secure me, but they don't secure me with physical prowess.
Come on, come on. Wake us up.
They're able to spot danger before we even see it, and then they'll lead me to go stop that danger. They know how to secure my attitude. What?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How do they secure your attitude? They can see, they know. The number one thing you don't do to me when I'm talking to black people is what? Rush me. Don't rush me off. I ain't in no hurry. I'm gonna be here all day with these niggas.
Go ahead.
They know that. Because that's what a fighter do. If you can't stand a counter stance for a certain amount of time, you can't fight.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, how do you stay in a mental stance and a spiritual stance?
Come on, brother.
So they'll watch me and they'll see certain move strings, and then they'll know how to move these people away from me. They know how to search you before you even get to me. They'll shake your hand and hug you. You think they're hugging you, they patting you down.
Go ahead. That's real.
When the police attacked me, these 2 was there.
Come on. That's real.
So as I'm talking to the police, they're angling, they're getting themselves in a certain position to kick their face out.
That's real. Go ahead.
So when LAPD pepper sprayed me, these 2 brothers kicked their ass, took their weapons, took their bags,
Come on.
took their with pepper spray in their eyes.
Yes, sir. Talk field. Talk field. Talk field. Hey.
They don't pray, but they don't flaunt it. They don't flaunt it like they want something to go down so they can beat up black people.
Wake us up.
No, we tolerate a lot from you.
Wake us up.
All we ask you, don't ever attack us.
It's real.
Please, I don't care what hood you're from. Don't
Try.
Play that game. Come on.
Come on. That's right, brother. Try.
Damn, I'm serious, man. We ain't gonna get no damn cars and be snooping out high. We gonna march right up on you.
Come on.
And if you kill us, another wave is coming, and then another wave is coming. So you kill everybody in the nation. But I don't think God is going to do that. We are divinely protected. So let us welcome these two brothers in the house. Anybody out there that's watching live that want to fight them,
Don't do it.
give me a call. I'm also their manager. We got hood pay-per-view, but look, we ain't no gloves.
That's right.
No gloves. This is a fight to death.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Now, may I get in my subject?
Go ahead. Go on it.
The weather. What time is it?
12:38.
Take your time.
38. No, I gotta take my time and hurry up. Because today, we have a job to do. We have the peace ride.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
We never gonna stop pushing peace.
Come on.
Because that's our religion.
Go ahead.
And I'm begging the believers to support it more.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Something is loved by your leader, but you don't come.
That's right.
Had him in tears.
Come on. It's real.
The MGT, you are so loved by women in the streets, you don't even realize.
That's real.
Yes, sir.
Last week, this beautiful human being, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, gave a warning
Yes, he did.
to the government of America that it's time for them to let us go.
Come on.
And if they don't let us go, something is going to happen to this country.
That's right.
Some of you say, well, I don't want to go nowhere. Stay right here.
Come on.
All you who want to stay with these white folks, stay.
Come on.
Boy, but when we gone, how you think they're going to treat you?
That's right.
Come on.
I was talking to a white friend. And they asked me, why do the nation want to separate?
Come on.
I said, because we've lived among you for 400 years, and that 400 years have showed us that we cannot live among you in peace.
Come on.
So teaches the Honorable Elijah.
Go ahead.
And I said, history is most qualified and best rewarded in all research.
Come on.
And I said, why do you even want us here?
Right.
Why would you even ask me a question like that?
Oh.
Then I said, what's wrong with us wanting our own?
Teach, brother.
I said, you don't want that because deep down in your nature, you know something.
Come on.
Teach.
So the minister said he wanted 8 states.
Go ahead.
We want 8 states.
Come on.
Nigga, y'all ain't gonna get no 8 states. What do we do?
Come on. Think about it.
Yes, sir.
Why do you want 8 states? Man, what y'all have done to us,
Come on.
we deserve it.
Come on.
Come on.
Sir, I know.
Come on, brother. Come on.
This man is the man who came from the east.
Yes, sir.
It was prophesied in Matthew that one was going to come from the east to the west seeking to save a people that were lost. And in Deuteronomy, it said that when I find them, I'm going to raise one from among them.
That's right.
Add it up.
This man, Elijah Muhammad, you don't hear about him at Crenshaw High School.
Come on.
Come on.
It's real.
Why? You say he dead, So why won't you teach on him? You teach on every other dead black leader.
Good point. Good point.
What is it about this man that white people don't even want you looking at a picture of Elijah Muhammad?
That's right, come on.
Because a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Come on.
Huh? When you look at him, he don't look like no ordinary dude. You have to just keep looking. If an Asian look at him, he's like, damn. If a brown man, if a Native American look, they say, wow, he's got the feature of every indigenous people.
That's real. That's real.
What's that on his head? Everything that he controls. Sun, moon, stars.
Oh, you.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna move through this quite rapid. So this man, born, his mother was white and his father was black. See? Nation be lying.
Wake us up.
See, he was born in sinful flesh.
Come on, that's the
Teach the
scripture.
book.
To condemn sin, what?
In
the flesh. If he had a king, blue, black, you wouldn't have accepted him in 1930.
That's real.
Because in 1930, you were suffering from the white God syndrome. Everything you loved was white.
Come on.
So he came as a thief. He came looking white. But he was actually a black man. I'm talking about, see, black is not a color.
Come on.
Wake us up. Wake us up.
Black is the essence from which all color comes from. You're looking at the essence of black, not his skin. I don't want a black skin in a white mind.
Now.
Come on.
Now.
That's real.
I'd rather have white skin but a black mind.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Why does the nation, why is all the leadership in the Nation of Islam light skinned? Because you can't handle us dark ones yet. You getting there, you getting there. You getting there. Tyrese done changed that a little bit.
Prove that.
Dark skin is in.
Prove that.
We got some black babies coming up at the end. I'm not talking about color.
You know, understand.
Mind.
Teach on the mind.
That even if they're bright skinned, they're going to love black people.
Come on. Teach.
Right now.
See? They're getting their education to be put into service for their people. So this is the father of the Nation of Islam, and this is his son. And this man represents their spirit.
That's real. Yes, sir.
3 types of Jesuses.
Come on.
What did they come for? They came because when this cracker brought us here, we was in chains.
That's right.
It's real. It's real.
They changed the game when they saw the black man was moving away from chain. They started hanging us.
Come on, they did.
Then after they saw we wasn't going to take no more lynching, then they socially engineered criminals so they could shoot them.
My God.
This is what brought God out of hiding.
That's right.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Think on that.
Yes, sir.
So in the scripture it reads, Deuteronomy, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command them. This man, Elijah Muhammad, when he taught, he didn't ask a white man for nothing.
It's real. It's real.
That's real.
Come on.
This man, for 40-something years, told Caucasian people, you're devils. Now, one time did they say, you blind?
Never. Still
Not
ain't.
one time.
Come on.
He put up ransom on anybody that could show that he was lying.
Yes, he did.
This man was taught by this man everything. He had supreme wisdom.
Come on.
But he only had a 4th grade education. So that bewildered white people said, wait a minute, this Elijah, this man, according to our records, he was only in the 4th grade.
Come on. Think about it.
How is this man who's not lettered learn?
That's the scripture. Come on.
That's why we love this man. The only picture we got of him is him reading,
Come on.
which is a problem for black people.
Come on. Think about that.
We don't know how to read.
That's right.
No, you can pronounce words.
Right.
That's not reading.
Now.
Some of you, when you take a test, we got to stop testing our children on memory, and we got to test our children on applying.
That's
Come
right.
on.
As long as you're testing them on memory, they'll never be able to take into practice what they've learned.
That's right.
Because all I do is wait, and I hurry up, I memorize the order, and I can hurry up and give me the test, hurry up and give me the test. I can just mark, whoo, hey, and then I forget what I wrote. I can't apply it. That's not learning.
That's right.
The word read, one of the derivation, means take on the mind and practice of what you read.
Yes, sir.
So if you read the Bible, you're supposed to be able to take on the spirit of the Bible and live it.
Come on.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Here's a scripture, in our opinion, also points at this man. In John 7, and the Jews marveled, saying, how knoweth this man letters, having never learned? The nation of Islam get attacked by the Jews all the time. Have you ever asked why? Come on. Ask your Jewish friends, what is it about the nation y'all don't like? Because we point out their wrong.
That's right.
Think about that.
We got a theological argument telling them you are not the true chosen people. We ain't mad, but we just want y'all to know y'all stole our birthright.
Yeah.
Y'all walking around a well-dressed up lie while we the naked truth.
Yeah.
Jesus answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. See, Master Prophet Muhammad gave him a doctrine called supreme wisdom.
Go ahead.
Right today, go get any scholar at USC, UCLA.
Yeah.
I'll grab one of our children from the MUI. They can defeat them in debate.
Go ahead.
On religion. I only got one question for a Christian scholar, and that's this one. Was Jesus a Christian?
Come on.
That ends the argument.
Uh-oh. Yes, sir. Yeah.
If any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of God or whether I speak it of myself. This man, Elijah Muhammad, under him, we built schools, hospitals.
Right.
We had farmland. We had 18-wheelers rolling up and down America. We own our own ships. You might say, well, where are they now?
Come on.
Back to your
After the Honorable Elijah Muhammad departed, he gave another assignment to Minister Farrakhan, because under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we had strong law.
Come on.
You were forced to be a Muslim under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. If we caught you doing something wrong, we scared you with the law.
Come on.
But that don't mean you practice the law.
That's right.
The one after him was to get you to find reasons to fall in love with the law and apply it to yourself.
Come on. Come on.
So that you would be in the spirit of the law.
That's right.
all the time.
See?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So God is not going to bless us with what we had under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad if we still a Muslim and a criminal.
Think on that.
Boy, it got quiet up in
Think on
here.
that. Yes, sir.
Why would I give you schools and hospitals, brother, and you still fornicating? You still committing adultery? You'll be a strong sinner.
Yeah. Think about that. Teaching good. Powerful.
I need you purified. Because I'm ready to give you the whole country. But I can't get a country over to the same type of people who just been running it. Behold, I will send you Elijah, the prophet, before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. I mean, look. Scripture is powerful.
Yes, sir.
This is what got Minister Farrakhan in trouble.
Come on.
When the enemy saw him call for a 1,000,000-man march in 1995, they knew who he was.
Yes, sir.
They witnessed Lazarus coming from the dead, because this is 2 million.
Go ahead. That's right.
90% of these brothers were so-called Christians.
That's right. Understand.
Came at the call of Farrakhan when he said, Lazarus, come forth.
That's right.
And the scriptures say, then they took away the stone from the place where the dead was laid. And Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. And I knew that thou hearest me always because of the people which stand by. I said it, that they may believe that thou hast sent me. When the minister said he was going to do a million-man march, Jesse, Al Sharpton, all came and laughed in his face.
Come on. Actual fact.
I was in the hotel room. I witnessed it. Boy.
Hold it.
No. When Jesse and H.H. Brookins of the AME Church, when they laughed at the minister, man, I think he saw in my face, he said, brother, hold up. You know, like you're on your toes when you're about to do the hall office. And here's what the minister said. They said, brother, you don't have no march on no Monday, Farrakhan. You ain't who you think you are. You let us do this, and you take a back seat. Minister just lowered his head.
Come on, huh?
I'm sitting there like, man, let us get these niggas. My silly behind self. And he looked up. He said, you all remind me of the Baal prophet.
Go ahead.
He said, I tell you what, Brother Jesse, I have so much love and respect for you. And Al Sharpton, you're one of our best. Bishop Brookins, I thank you all. He said, but here's my challenge. We're going to have this on Monday. Because I got to see if God is God.
That's right. Come on.
He said, why don't you all get together and pray against me? And I'm going to pray to my Father that he rewards me.
Come on.
And when he rewards me, I want you all to know I still want you on that stage. Think about that. The black nationalists came. Why we marching on it? Man, the minister said, I got to wake Lazarus up. It ain't your job, it's mine.
Come on.
And then the minister went all over the country talking about the Million Man March. And the day of the Million Man March, you all, at 2 o'clock in the morning, it was already 500,000 brothers out there. 2 o'clock in the morning. By high noon, it was 2 million, a sea of men.
Yeah.
And Farrakhan, like Moses, was teaching to the Red Sea. And you saw the men, it looked like an ocean because we was of different heights and hues.
Come on.
Sisters, they showed up.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to be there. Start passing out. And we were passing the sisters out of the crowd.
Take this fast time.
Powerful. Yes, sir. There was an old man who came in a wheelchair and they brought him to the stage. He was dying.
Come on, tell
Go
it.
ahead.
I was there and they had a blanket over him. He said, move, I've been waiting all my life. He was 99 years old. When they opened the blanket and he saw all of those brothers, a few minutes later he died.
My God.
Say that way. No.
Touching, y'all. All kind of men up in here. No fights, no branch broke, no trash. Farrakhan, who did that? You know what they saw? They saw Jesus. A type of Jesus.
Yes.
Man. And when he thus had spoke, he cried with a loud voice, Lazarus, black man, come forth. Look at what he said. And he that was dead came forth, bound hand and foot. Well, wait a minute, ain't nobody hand bound where they tried to bound him.
Come on.
What are preachers called? Men and women of the what? Cloth. Lazarus had a cloth around his hand. Do you know that the clergy, the government, paid some of the Christian preachers to come against the Million Man March, so the men and women of the cloth tried to bound them by the cloth.
That's real. Listen, come on, listen.
Brother said, miss me, nigga, we gonna see Farrakhan. What y'all talking about?
Go ahead.
It didn't work. Then Jesus said unto them, loose him, let him go. Meaning, this was on a Monday. So we had to walk away from the job.
Come on.
There was no crime hardly nowhere in America that day.
That's right.
Huh? This was a glimpse of heaven. Ever since that day, he's been attacked.
Come on, oh, that spirit.
Media is controlled by who? I met with a Jewish guy and he was like, the media is not controlled by Jews. Okay, help me with that.
Read the credit.
No, listen, I learned something. I said, so Mr. Weinberg and Mr. Weinstein, guess what he said? He said, they are not Jewish. I said, oh. They do not practice Orthodox Judaism. I said, oh.
There you go.
Y'all got hypocrites too? No, he said, yes, they have Jewish names, but they have betrayed the town.
Come on.
I'm like, I said, then you should stand with Minister Farrakhan when he called them those who say that they're Jews and are not.
Come on.
I said, they got Jewish names, so the Jews control the media, or those with Jewish names who say that they're Jews and are not.
Come on.
And I asked this Jewish guy, I said, then would you stand with us to expose them? He backed away. He said, I don't care how wicked a Jew is, they don't come against another Jew. I said, damn if the hood could be like that.
Come on.
Wow.
My God.
I'm a Crip, but I'll never kill a black man. See if the hood can be like that. I'm a blood, but I won't kill a black man. Why won't we be like that?
Come on.
I looked at this little Jew. I said, I appreciate you differentiating that. You know, but he want us to stop saying Jews. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna go after the Jews you should be going after because they're fronting. So ever since that day, ABC, NBC, the lies coming at Farrakhan, calling him anti-Semitic, homophobia, all of that crap. So it's written, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water.
Come on. Right.
As a flood after the woman, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood. But the earth helped the woman. That's the masses of black people.
Come on.
When you put Minister Farrakhan on the stage with the NAACP, SCLC, and all these Negro operations, when he speak, everybody listen. Y'all all right? So the media, y'all need to stop going for that crap. Now I gotta get to something. I want to thank Brother Dimitri Muhammad.
Yes, sir.
He helped me put this subject together. Watch the weather.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Right.
Yes, sir.
But Brother Dimitri wrote this, and I love it because I love his mind and I love his scholarship. And I want you to listen to who Minister Farrakhan is, why God has allowed him to come to birth and raised him to be his servant. Listen at this. Brother Dimitri writes, Louis Farrakhan is more than just an individual person or man.
Come on.
He is a people. He is the spirit and animating force for liberation inside Black America. He is our heart and our soul. He is the personification and embodiment of the huddled masses of our Black enslaved ancestors who yearn to breathe free of the lash of the overseer's whip, and to be free of the chains of chattel bondage. That's who he is.
Yes, sir.
So he can't be some soft-spoken congressman who have to be presidential. He can't go into a meeting, I apologize for black people. No. He go into a meeting defending the hood. Tell you why they act like that. Because of you and your people. Yeah, they messed up. Yeah, they shooting each other because they got your mind. Look at your women. They hoeing. Yeah, you taught them to do that.
That's real.
Because you wouldn't let her do nothing but breathe.
Come on. Teach, brother.
You made her have sex with other black men in slavery she had no relationship with.
That's right.
You just wanted a bigger baby.
Come on.
That's right.
See? That's why sometimes, brother, we have a hard time protecting black women because we still suffer from that slave mind.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Teach.
That whenever a black man would go against the overseer, against who was trying to rape a black woman, if you would ever stand up against him, he'd beat the hell out of you.
Come on.
So he beat the protection out of you of the black woman.
That's right.
That's why anybody can come up in our community, up in our garden.
Come on.
And just get your name in. But you can't just go up there and get help.
It's real.
My brother and them ain't gonna look at you right.
Come on.
You probably a nigga up in here. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Through the scientific exploration of the human genome, this is a gene, it has been discovered that there is such a phenomenon in human biology known as epigenetics. Simply put, epigenetics is the study within the field of genetic research that has documented that when people suffer trauma, the trauma and the suffering leave markers and imprints on the cellular structure of that people.
Come on.
These markers are transferable from one generation to the next. Good God Almighty. These markers carry the effects of the environmental dangers, pain, agony, and abuse on down into the subsequent generation of the suffering people's offspring. Meaning that as a white man was beating you over 100 years, 200 years with a whip, you develop a cell that went into agreement with that. So you would birth a child already weak and ready to submit. Right.
Go ahead.
That's trauma.
That's right.
Because trauma, you're not supposed to be letting nobody just beat you. You're supposed to defend yourself against anybody that beat you.
That's right.
But the white man made it to where he could beat us and we wouldn't defend each other. In fact, we would be sitting there, brother, just hold on. They go, hold on while a whip is at me. Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
This is heavy to me. When applied to black history in America, this area of bioscience helped ones to understand where Louis Farrakhan comes from.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
See, it's out of that pain. When our ancestors was being beat, who do you think they were called?
Jesus.
They was like, oh God, get this cracker off my husband. Who do you think they was calling when we was being castrated, brother?
Jesus.
Who did your grandfather call when they cut his leg off?
Go ahead. Go ahead. It's real.
Who were your grandmother calling when the Dutch was raping her on the slave ships?
Teach.
It was saying, Allah, who are these crackers? They are raping us. So that was going up in the universe. And the universe was getting itself ready to send a marker.
Come on. Teach.
So it got to be somebody born out of all of this pain that didn't come here to play with white people. They didn't come here for no integration, for no buttermilk biscuit. They came for justice. See, because you don't know what justice looks like. He know how to give you justice and put it on you, but you don't know how to put it on him. what does justice look like to a people who were stolen?
Freedom, come on.
Robbed of everything. What does justice look like? Give them everything back.
That's real. Come on.
Repair them.
That's right. Come on. That's the word.
All the diamonds that's in LA should be given to South Central.
Go ahead.
Y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
I am, son.
Yes, sir.
See? Farrakhan, his mouth is the mouth that our muted and traumatized ancestors could not have. See? When you at your work and you see Farrakhan going hard on crackers, you should be behind your computer. Get him, Khan. Get him. You should be cheering for the minister like you used to cheer for Muhammad Ali.
Come on.
Yeah. Get him, brother. Minister. See? What a man. It is loud, bold, and stinging in its condemnation of our enemies.
Yes, sir.
When I was talking to my white friends, I'm hitting them with that. Said the nation, you all, it's like you're angry. I said, no, we're loud.
Come on.
Truth stings you.
That's real.
And then when we say we don't want to have nothing to do with you, you want to know why we want to be separated?
Come on.
I said, I'll give you 100 million bones that's at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. That's
Go ahead.
I said, I respect you. I will never do to you what you did to us. But I'm okay with not being around you.
Go ahead.
The only thing I want from you is a trade agreement.
Come on.
His courage is the fearlessness that our enslaved ancestors possessed but had to tamp down as they were forced to choose between standing up for themselves or being murdered by their slave master. His rebuke of the enemies of black people is the rebuke that the slaves had no power to openly express outside of their shanty slave quarters. Or we talk smack about white folks at the dinner table. But then when they come in, hi, master. Some of y'all like that.
Come on.
He speaks from the mountaintop what they could only murmur in hushed harbors and private settings. Our ancestors' suffering produced Louis Farrakhan. Their spirit inhibits him. They approve of him. Again, we all Farrakhan.
That's right.
Good.
So that's who the minister is. Now I want you to listen. Can y'all see this from over there? Y'all can't see it over there? They're going. I need to get up out of that corner. I always run to the back of the bus. That's what happens. Now listen at what the minister said, and we're going to close this out.
But wait now. Right after I leave this rostrum, I want you to watch the weather, because it's going to increase in severity.
Real.
minister's dinner table, he said to us that New York is going to get tidal waves. 120 feet tidal waves are going to hit New York. He said all the coastlines are going to be curtailed in America.
Right.
He said don't buy don't beachfront property in California.
Come on. Yeah.
Because it ain't going to be here. So I've been checking out some stuff over there in Phoenix. Y'all been learning how to swim.
For real.
The earthquake hit and the water come up on it.
Look at it.
Just gonna grab me a couple of boats and float on them all the way over to Phoenix. She's trying to clean up a ditch so that the water can go down. I mean, these people.
All the water in
All of this is happening because of our condition, brothers and sisters.
Come on. Come on.
God is going to continue to hit America every time Minister Farrakhan opens up his mouth. He says it's going to increase.
Right.
He said to Trump, we want 8 states. And if you give us 8 states, these atrocities will go away and stop. See, either Minister Farrakhan is from God or he's an imposter.
Good.
You don't believe me. But you won't be able to say, did nobody teach you?
Go ahead.
I thank God for being behind them. Look at this, over in Vegas. Grasshopper, shut down Vegas.
Grasshopper invasion of 2019 has taken over Las Vegas. Within the past week, these harmless insects have migrated in swarms. Abdul is testing their luck on the Vegas Strip. State officials attribute the migration to the weather.
When we have a wet winter or spring, these things build up, and then we'll have flights about this time of the year, migration, and they'll move northward.
Experts say these grasshoppers are known as pallid-winged and should fly out of the area over the next several weeks.
This is a roof coming off of a hotel in Cape Cod just a few days ago.
That's right. That's right.
Cape Cod hasn't seen a tornado, only 3 in the history of America.
Wow.
Come on, Farrakhan. This was just in Ohio.
Mayflower.
These are flies. Allah in the Holy Quran said he would turn gnats against the enemy. Can you imagine flies flying all up in your nose? Ain't nothing you can do about it. You think you can fight? Fight fly.
Come on.
God can send gnats, he can send flies, he can send roaches.
Come on.
Mr. Karate Man, karate chop that. Send your airplanes, send your machine guns. I'm talking about, brother, in Tampa. Lightning like they've never seen before hit Clearwater Beach and killed several people.
It's real.
The lightning was so bad that the airplanes could not land in Tampa the other day. Pilot said they'd never seen that like that. That's in the Holy Quran where Allah said lightning will blind you. See? Farrakhan said, watch the weather. And let me tell you, unlike you, when he said that, the scientists are watching.
Come on. Teach.
Yes, sir.
Didn't this happen? Look at what Luke said. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. That earthquake that they hit in California the other week destroyed the Navy's China Lake base closed.
Come on. Come on. Understand.
This is a nuclear air base.
Come on.
The minister said, what were they planning?
Think about it. Come on.
That now they can't even take off. You can see cracks in the ground from outer space. That earthquake was so devastating. They're keeping it quiet.
That's right. Very good.
It was 6.4 on the Richter scale, the same amount of years it took to make us a slave. 64 years.
Come on.
19. You came in 1555. That's 64 years they don't talk to you about. Because it took them 64 years before we start calling them master.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You didn't do that just to do it. Like, what call you? What cry?
Go ahead.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
And he like, what? Oh, shit.
Come on.
You remember it, man. What do you call me? What, man? What? Master? Took 64 years to break us. So earthquake, the magnitude of 6.4. Right. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights. Wasn't that a fearful sight of them flies and locusts? And great signs shall be from heaven. That's the lightning. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues. See, the Jews want the minister bad. And into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for his name's sake. Look, in America, if you love the minister, you're going to be hated for his name's sake.
That's right.
Real quick, they are now saying that the most extreme weathers, according to the science, is now in the USA.
Think about it.
They say they've never seen this before. Who called them?
Dr. Paul. That's right.
What happened to my poor white boy? Do you know God will humble you? It is so hot. He had to go stand in the lake. But do you know this is also a prayer position in Islam? See, Allah humbles the wicked because pictures is worth 1,000 words. This is the third position of a rak'ah. So God gonna make them bow down every knee on that day. Every tongue ain't gonna confess that damn fallen God. Pharaoh was made to believe in the God of Moses.
Come on.
Allah humbles the wicked in the Holy Quran. It reads, and indeed, we sent messengers to nations before thee. We seized them with distress and affliction that they might humble themselves. Yet, why did they not, when our punishment came to them, humble themselves, but their hearts hardened, and the devil made all that they did seem fair. All the wickedness. And we did not send a prophet to a town, but we seized its peoples with distress and affliction that they might humble themselves. The minister said, brother, go back and tell the believers they're going to suffer too.
That's us.
Everybody that ain't being true to this cause, you going to suffer. You better stop being phony Muslims.
Come on.
Me and you, all of them. Surely those who oppose Allah and his messenger will be humbled as those before them was humbled. And indeed, we have revealed clear messages. This is, watch the weather.
Yes, sir.
All of this started around Ramadan when the social media platforms pulled Minister Farrakhan off.
Come on.
They planned that because in the month of Ramadan, we don't supposed to fight. But God fought.
Come on.
Right when they pulled the minister off, 19 tornadoes hit the Midwest. The number 19 is really important in the nation of Israel. It is the mystery of God. See, at least 19 tornadoes touched down from Texas to Oklahoma, causing widespread damage to white people.
Come on.
We're going to just move on, but there's so much that we can just back and show why God is with the minister. And these are scriptures that I want you to read showing where God used the weather to judge nations.
Come on.
In the book of Job. In the book of what?
Job.
The stormy winds come from its chamber, and the driving winds bring forth cold. Minister Farrakhan said, brother, in Chicago, it's going to get up to 100 degrees, and then God is going to drop it down to 30. Meaning he's going to open your pores and then freeze your lungs.
Right now.
Causing pneumonia.
Today. Right now.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Either Farrakhan is with God or he's a liar. But I'm telling you, he's with God.
That's right.
So it's good. There's plenty of scriptures. You have to come back next week.
Beautiful.
We'll go more into this on next week, but I want to close this lecture with a video. You've been making mockery. Many of us.
Come on. Come on.
Make mockery of the nation.
Come on.
There is no other organization in America
Come on. Teach.
that is as strong as the Nation of Islam. Not one.
Come on.
As weak as we may appear to you,
Come on.
there is no other nation as strong. This dude, Edward Tracy, white boy, look at what he said when it comes to weapons. On what comfortable and convenient grounds can the USA claim immunity from divine judgment? This is a white boy. The nation that forgets God goes backwards to defeat, backwards to destruction. That we, USA, are going backwards cannot be denied. We are regressing spiritually, morally, legally, financially, governmentally, and that with alarming acceleration.
All of America. Come on.
This boy, Herbert Armstrong, we believe he met with Master Farad Muhammad.
Come on.
He's one of those white men that after he met, look at what he said, whether as a weapon to judge. Just as God has bestowed on such material blessings as never before come to any nation, now to correct us so we may enjoy such blessing, he is going to bring upon our people such national disasters as has never before struck any nation.
Come on.
This is a white boy called Herbert Armstrong.
Right.
White folks don't like listening to him. Now, look at what Billy Graham's wife said about America. He said, if God doesn't punish America, he will have to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. That's the Grahams. I agree. Thomas Jefferson. He said, indeed, I tremble for my country when I reflect that God is just, that his justice cannot sleep forever because of what they had done to the slaves. Brothers and sisters, we need to pray that when God destroys America, that he shortens the day. This is our only way out.
Go ahead.
Revelation. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. This is the Nation of Islam, brothers and sisters. If you watch, hardly any harm comes to us. You don't see a lot of us being shot down. You don't see no police attacking this. Oh, and they better not mess with this. You don't see that. You see members of the nation, when you join the nation, it reverses the aging in you.
It's real.
Because God is at the throne of the Nation of Islam.
Come on.
Huh?
That's right.
Look at this man.
Yeah.
And God shall wipe away all tears.
All tears.
This is a brother from the Rolling 60 when the minister came in town after Nipsey was murdered. This brother's called Mad Ronald. He'd be mad at every damn thing. But when he saw the minister, he fell in his arm and started crying. He's right. And the minister just wiped away his tears. Remind me of this scripture. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. When you join the nation,
Come on.
you become new.
Go ahead.
Right. Yeah.
can't help it. We close with this video.
Your house, you've got Louis Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Whether you like it or not, Black America's listening to Farrakhan. Whether you like it or not, there's no other black leader left. God has set them all down. Jesse down. Hooks down. Jacobs down. NAACP gone. Urban League gone. Ford gone. Snick gone. The Nation of Islam is the only game in town. The Nation of Islam. The nation that you thought was dead and would never come back is up now and moving. They'll never fall again. Never fall again. Now that God is clearing the deck, in the 60s there were many black leaders we could look to. God has cleared the deck. I didn't ask for the job. I was running away from it. But I can't outrun God. I never thought of myself as no leader. The only leader I know is the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But he said he was making me to take his place among the people. And now I can't help myself. I'm on a course, and I can't give up. We have a rendezvous with destiny. Pharaoh is upset now because he's the only game in town. Jesse has bowed down. Hooks has bowed down. Jacobs has bowed down. The church has bowed down. The black leaders have bowed down. But we, the nation of Islam, will never bow our knees to this true. Marathon store, where we honor 25,000 who had lost their life to gang violence. That day was so special that as we was walking up, black women and brown women fell to their knees saying, "That's our nation."
Yeah, witness. Yeah, witness.
Made us feel proud that sometimes when y'all cuss us out or you hate that, we come around. But that day,
Come on.
mothers, over 100 mothers, brought their sons and said, "Will you raise my sons?" That was a proud day. That demonstration right there was seen by over 100 million people all over the world.
Go ahead.
From LA.
Go ahead.
And the minister said, brother, what I saw in the believers in LA, I've never seen that before.
Come on.
He said, I see a healing taking place.
Yeah.
In LA.
Think about it.
Something's happening.
Think about it.
Huh?
Yeah.
The streets is getting ready. We met with over 300 hoods since that day.
Facts. Straight facts.
No, I'm telling you. There's several hoods said this to me. Brother Abdul Malik. We meeting. I'm trying to be nice. One brother said, man, you need to stop, brother. The gangs, all of us gotta come in the nation.
Come on. Come on.
No, there are several hoods, we're not telling you, who right now is talking to their homies, and they want to one day show up each hood with all of the homies, the young boys, saying we all joining the nation at the same time.
Come on.
We got to get ready for this. I'm going to say that again. Brothers,
Yes, sir.
we
Yes,
got to
sir.
get ready for them.
Yes, sir.
Sisters,
Yes, sir.
you ready for the homies?
Yes, sir.
Some of my butchers,
Yes, sir.
Listen.
just like you are.
Come on. What's up? Come on now. Listen. Wake us up.
It's just sin.
True.
Hell, I was a liar.
Come on. Right. Come on. You teach.
Brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Some of the homies, they kill us, but
You better believe it. Come on.
they go both ways.
Come on.
They got muscles too.
They up news. Come on.
Can you handle the men in your squad? Sister, can you handle the butchers?
I can audit them.
Don't get self-righteous.
That's right. That's right.
Lose.
Do the work.
Teach you good.
We don't care what condition they in.
Come on, shake us up. Shake us up.
I don't care if they come in here with garbage in their mouth. That's a black man and woman. If I be who I am, they can't be effective with their illnesses on me.
Oh, what about?
I'll show that fact. I mean, the gay.
Come on.
I'll
Straight
show the
word.
homosexuality.
Straight word. Come on.
A better way, brother.
I mean,
Brother, you don't want to do that. I'm going to show you a better way. Sisters, if you be God-like, the butch can't handle herself.
Understand. Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's nothing she can do to get you to move. You be like, sister, please.
teach.
There ain't no God but a lie. All that crap you playing, stop playing.
Sure you're right. Sure you're right.
Just say, sister, be yourself. Just keep saying that. Accept your own. Be yourself. She'll snap right out of being a white person.
Go ahead.
But you got to say it with intention.
Come on.
See? Brother, you look gay? We're going to put you on the drill team till you learn to straighten up your walk. You can't be walking like this. Put you on the drill team.
Come on.
And all of a sudden, we straighten that right on out.
Shoulders back. Chest out. Come on.
Thank you for listening, man. God bless you as I greet you. Man, look, how many of you, this is your first time being a Nation of Islam meeting? Raise your hand. Oh, look at our first time guests, man.
Yes, sir.
Honor. How many of you believe that what you heard today is the truth and good for us as a people? Oh, man, and I did my job. I can go on to the peace ride.
Go ahead.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Lastly, it's time for you to come on home.
That's right.
I'm not going to play with it. You say you believe, right? How many of you now want to help us stand up, join the nation, help us to reform and rebuild our own community and have our own place on this planet and get with the bold leadership of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan? Stand up. How many of you ready to do that? Stand up. Don't sit down. Don't make me come back. There you go. Come on, brother. Anybody else? Bring my brother down. I want to shake their hands on the back. Now, how many of you believe what you heard today to be the truth? Then get up.
Come on. What about?
Come on home.
Yes, sir.
You can't say you were just playing. I want to tell all of y'all.
Come
the
on.
FBI took a picture of every one of y'all that came up in here.
All of
No, brothers and sisters, look. Keep coming.
That's right.
sir.
As next week we'll go into part 2. And then the week after that, we are working on a subject titled The Will. We're going to teach and show you that we got backup that's incredible.
Yes, sir.
White man call them UFO.
Uh-huh.
We're going to show you where that is in scripture and who they follow. All right?
Yes, sir.
So I am honored. Is there anybody else that want to join on to your own self and kind?
Come on.
It ain't too late. Come on home. Come and learn more about the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Come on. That's right. It's okay if you got a baseball cap on. It's okay if you got dreadlocks.
Come on.
We need a squad that's dread.
That's right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Use them dreadlocks to choke the white man.
Go ahead.
Anybody else? Brothers and sisters, let's give a hand to these.
Yes, sir.
I was told to deliver this message.
Welcome to the nation, my brother. Man, did your name so? Brother Ali? Whoa. Come on, man. I see that starting crescent on your cheek.
Come on.
Man, it's an honor to have you home, my brother. It's your time. You're the best generation we've ever produced.
That's right.
My
That's
job
right.
is just